Hi everybody. I'm doing this video to show you some of my latest projects that I've completed. This here is a canopy that we had built by a local company here in Miami. They built it to specifications. I actually, of course, had the RV parked in the manner that is easier for us to be able to bring it in without difficulty. In other words, the RV has to be lined up not with the side of the house but with the side of the fence, because our lot is a pie shape. So the RV has to be parallel to the fence, not to the house. Okay, so we parked it. I called the company. They marked where the RV would normally sit without any issues, and they built the canopy. Came out really good. And now I wanted to protect it further from any UV deterioration of the paint, and I went ahead and measured, and I bought these panels at Home Depot. It comes in a roll, and I cut it to specification, to the measurement, and then I sewed the ends, and I applied eyelets, and I tied it to the posts. I still have to do more panels. I think I've completed I want to say 2 more panels, but I refrained from finishing any further panels because I'll show you. I wanted to insert a front UV screen because the sun rises from the east, of course, and the RV faces the east. So it gets the morning sun and it gets the evening sun as well in the back. So those were the 2 areas I wanted to protect first. And as you can see, this one was a little bit tricky. It took me several weeks to figure out how the heck am I going to put that sunscreen up there, because the rear of the canopy is flat, but the front is like an A. You see that? So I could not put the screen attached to anything up there. It just wasn't going to work. So I said, well, you know what? Flagpoles will work. So we did that this past weekend, per manufacturer instructions. We did 20 inches in the hole and poured cement, and we put a PVC sleeve in there. That's what you see there. And we did that on both sides. So we have 2 flagpoles holding the UV screen, and it works really well. I went ahead and I put an eye bolt or screw right there on the side to kind of hold it steady, and the other one is tied to the fence, so that's holding that steady there. That works really good. We also put these small eye screws there to keep it from batting up against the RV. So that was the project that we were working on this weekend. I still have to finish the screens. I actually ordered a machine that will help me put the eyelets a little bit more efficiently, because the way that I was doing it on the material was I was banging it in with a hammer. It was just unbelievably painful for my hands. So this next project that I've been working on since Monday, I want to show you. As you can see, this is one of the basement storage compartments. And this right here, let's see if I could just point it with my finger. This right here is a little box to be able to put in the ladder. Because what was happening was the top part, that right there, if you put anything too far in there, like the ladder, it will interfere with a slide out mechanism, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to be walk around the front of the RV. Front, side, here we go. So let me open this compartment because it's a pass-through on the top. Okay. So let me turn on the light here. Okay, so there it is. So if you could see up there, that's the slide out mechanism I was telling you about. And it goes, let's see if you can see it. And it goes all the way, let's see if we can see it this way. Yeah, there, you see where it stops? You see that board? Right there, that board. That's a board that I put up there to stop. Stop anything that we'll be storing on the top of this box from passing through and interfering with that mechanism. I didn't want it to catch and then it'll get ripped off or it'll damage the slide out. So that's what I was working on. It's a little crude because it was very difficult to get it in here with the legs. These are the legs, so it could sit up. The bottom part, what I did was I put a very thin sheet of plywood. I want to say it's about an 1/8 inch thick, to make that ladder slide a little bit easier. But you have to put the board in and then insert the legs. So I was only able to attach the front legs. The other legs are just floating there, but they're not going anywhere because I put this channel right there. I don't know if you can see it. It wants to focus on my finger. That channel, it goes all the way over there, and the legs just, oh, sorry about that, slide down the channel. Okay, so the front legs were the only ones attached, and I screwed it self-tapping screw to the bottom so it does not move. I did that on the other side as well. So that's a project that I was working on, and it works really good. I have some space up here that maybe I'll put some tool bags because it's safe, it's not going to interfere. So I'll be working on some more projects. I have some more ideas. One of the ideas that I have, and I know a lot of people are probably having the same issue, is for some reason, I'm not sure, but the AC unit, when it drains on the side of the RV. I don't know if you can see the drops over here. Right there, it's draining. And of course it stains. Well, look at that mirror shine on the RV. Isn't that nice? You can see my neighbor's tree. One of the reasons why I put up the canopy, because a lot of those tree sap and tree leaves were landing on the top of the RV, and the RV that I had before this one actually stained the roof. It was awful. So up went the canopy and I don't have any more issues. But anyways, one of the ideas that I was thinking about was to go into the The AC unit has a shallow drain pan, and it has 2 holes, about 1/2 inch holes in there. And I was thinking about running a line underneath the pan and somehow connected to the other AC with a Y connector and run it down the side of the RV. Not this side, because there's really nothing on this side to kind of camouflage it, because I plan on camouflaging it, getting some PVC pipe and painting it black, or the electrical tubing that they sell and paint it black. Here, let me show you the electrical tubing, like this electrical tubing. Okay, anyways, I was thinking about joining the 2 ACs, drain pans with a Y, and bringing it down here, and then let it drain, let the AC drain away from the paint. Because let me show you what constant draining does to the finish of an RV. It's horrible. It stains it. I don't know if you can see that right there. It just stains it, and it runs all the way down. And guess what? It splashes off of this too. And on the other side, let's go to the other side. I'll show you what that constant dripping has done. And I'm going to have to get me a can of spray paint. See, took the finish right off. And take this off. And you see how dull it is? It's already dulling the finish. It's not even shiny anymore. And so I'll sand it a little bit, wet sand it, and then apply a coat or 2 of the paint. So, and as you can see here, you notice that it's already stained. Yeah, it's awful. Okay. So another thing I wanted to talk about, I belong to a forum, Jayco forum, because this is a Jayco Seneca, 2019 Jayco Seneca, and a lot of people are talking about the RV when you're traveling down. It's whistling at you, and it can get very loud in the cab. So what I've done is I've plugged up the holes, and they sell these plugs at Lowe's. I didn't find them at Home Depot, I found them at Lowe's. So these holes are plugged. There's another one down here, but this one is not causing the wind noise because it's shallow. There are those up there, as you can see. I plugged that one, and there's one on the other side. And also, a lot of people are overlooking this. Now, bear with me. I'm going to see if I can get up here without too much fanfare. I don't know if I can get that. Let me just get on the other side and see if I can. Okay, hang on. Let me put the keys down so I can have a better grip. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Anyway, around here, guys, you're missing this. Caulk this, because there is a gap right there, and anywhere wind can get into, it's going to make a noise. Also, a lot of people are overlooking this hole right up here. There's a hole up here. And I just went ahead and put caulking in there. Right there. And that one was whistling. I know the caulking sunk a little bit, but let me tell you, it was deep. It was a really deep hole. So, I've been working on getting all this done, trying to find the what has been whistling, and it took me 3 trips, and I can tell you right now that it is quiet in the cab. We can have a decent conversation and not go, huh? What did you say? Because I do believe that we got all the whistlers plugged up. Okay, there was another issue that I found out in one of my trips. You see that seam right there? They missed caulking about a 2-inch section. And the reason I found out about it was not this past trip that we took, but the one previously. We got a bee that made its way into the RV, and this back here, what's behind here, is an empty cavity behind the driver's seat. So when I took the a panel that is that covers this cavity and the inside of the RV, I noticed there was light coming in from what they missed in the seam. There was light coming in. And I also noticed that the cavity was not insulated. There was not a stitch of insulation. It was all fiberglass, empty. And I go, huh. I go, I'll take care of that. So I went to Foam It Green. They sell small kits. It's a 12, Foam It 12. And you gain access to that cavity by removing the panel, and then you just spray it and you plug up the hole. What I did was I mostly sprayed the wall on the inside that that leads to the outside, and I did